around the world. We launched our first product named Coursalite. It was branded under the name Coursalite. It's an AI-based adaptive learning and gamification platform. It was launched in 2015 for the beta, and mainstream launch happened in 2016. It's been very, very successful. It's a B2B model. We work with large institutions and schools. 2 lakh students to date have taken benefit of the program, and about 25 plus organizations, very large, spread across hundreds of schools, have taken benefit of the program. Our second product we are launching this April. It's more on the basis of immersive content. So it's a concept-based, content-driven app which brings a lot of experiences in a single app. It's the first of its kind. Globally, nobody has attacked this problem. How do you bring multiple experiences as part of an enterprise SaaS application? It's a cross-platform, works both on Android, iOS. We work with the Flutter community itself to kind of make this cross-platform app delivered to the entire gamut of learners, students as well as teachers can take benefit from this content. The entire technology is delivered by a handheld device using a phone, tablet, as well as in the classrooms. This can be also used on projectors as well, projectors, smart boards. So we can actually deliver this content in any form or shape. So this is practically, it gives all, practically brings all the immersive experiences. So think about the last book you read and how much do you really remember. And now think about the last movie you saw and think about how much you remember, right? So obviously the rate of retention goes from less than 20% by traditional methods of learning to about 90% with immersive content. And when I say immersive content, it's immersive videos, which are 3D, both mono and stereo. Whereas the next step is augmented reality, where you can actually play with or interact with a 3D model. Then you have VR, which is virtual reality, where you can actually do stuff just in real life. So kind of it bridges gap between what you really learn in theory and what you do in practical. And then is mixed reality, which is whole another experience, just like you're walking in real life. So we'll start with a few of our immersive videos. And we focus on 6th to 12th math and science. And you will see the quality of the videos.
To study about the phyllotaxy. The pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch is called phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy facilitates the leaves to obtain more sunlight. On the basis of number of leaves at each node, phyllotaxy is of 3 types. They are alternate, opposite, and whorl. Alternate phyllotaxy. In alternate phyllotaxy, a single leaf arises at each node in an alternate manner. Alternate phyllotaxy is seen in China rose, mustard plant, sunflower plant. Hibiscus rosa sinensis is the botanical name of China rose. China rose belongs to the family Malvaceae. Brassica nigra is the botanical name of mustard plant. Mustard belongs to the family Brassicaceae. Helianthus annuus is the botanical name of sunflower plant. Sunflower belongs to the family Asteraceae. A special type of alternate phyllotaxy is called leaf mosaic. In the leaf mosaic phyllotaxy, the lower leaves have longer petioles and upper leaves have the shorter branch.
So this is just an example how when you actually see things, they create a larger impact. The moment you see the animation, first thing came to my mind was curry leaves. Right? That has the same phyllotaxy as the example in the video. So you start relating to real life things, which you can't do it in a textbook, right? So because this looks exactly how the real life objects we see around, it's very important for learners to bridge that gap so they understand that why we are learning things, right? For a very simple example like matrices and determinants, all of us learned in high school math. till today, before I started working on this content, I didn't know why the hell I learned matrices and determinants. So it was, later we figured out, when I saw one of the videos, that it's used in robotic arms, in packaging industry, when you do inverse of a matrix, so it's very, very important for learners to approach from why are we learning it in the first place. So this gives us an opportunity to create content around that experience. Just to give you another very, very difficult concept to teach in classrooms is which requires 3D immersiveness.
Objective:
skull.
to study about human skeletal system, the skull. The skull forms the endoskeleton of the head. It protects the brain and supports the structures of the face. The human skull consists of 2 sets of bones, 8 bones that constitute the cranium, also referred to as the neurocranium, and 14 facial bones that constitute the viscerocranium. Thus, the skull consists of 22 bones apart from the ear ossicles and the hyoid bone.
So again,
the cranium or
So some of these concepts like this which involve a lot of 3D are very, very difficult to teach in classroom, even for the teacher. So we facilitate to teacher the model that we go in with for practically this. The name of the app is also practically, it enhances practical learning. It's free for schools, right? So now the model of the business model also has to revolve around the market forces and the market dynamics. So for practically we are going a B2B2C approach, where it's absolutely no barrier for us to enter any school at any time of the year. Otherwise, more in a B2B education, edtech business is a farming cycle. Sales cycles are long, the decision making is slow. So we've come up with this innovative delivery mechanism which is free for school, no cost. All we require schools is to use our product in the classroom, and that enforces engagement and that enforces our monetization from the school population. So it's a B2B2C model, and we've done good initial pilots, and that is working really, really well in our favor. So this is the first immersive content, which is more around videos. And once you've done videos, there's AR attached to it. So if you can see, there's a Rutherford atomic model video, and we also have a Rutherford atomic model simulation. So this is an AR. So you actually see an AR and a video for the same thing. So it solidifies videos, AR. I'm going to show you a AR experience. So for which you'll be able to follow. So this is for acceleration due to gravity simulation, and I can actually play with this board. I can turn off the resistance and turn it on. It is going to release the object. You can see the object lying there. You can also change the mass of the objects, and you have other parameters to play around. And you can pick up the objects, so it's going to go up and pick it up. You can change the height. So basically, there are certain parameters that the kid is, allowed to change, which creates additional element of immersiveness. And this really enforces learning. So it's not just you've seen a video, but now you have also seen an AR experience, which kind of solidifies that video further. We also have the next realm of learning, which is VR. So I'm going to now show you a VR set, which we kind of switched the canvas using our current models. So we're going to switch the video to a VR video. Now we can go. VR experience. Academic depth that we are doing. You saw a philo taxi, which is 11th standard NEET syllabus, from botany. We are creating about 3,500 video content alone, plus 1,000 simulations. These are interactive simulations, and all are delivered through a single app. Nobody in the world has tried to do immersive content delivered through a single app. That's the innovation part of our tech team. And one of the reasons we wanted to build the tech first and then raise capital for content was because controlling the last mile delivery is very, very important. There are a lot of companies who focus on building just content, but I think in this field of day and age of data, where data is very, very important, actionable information, actionable output, recommendations, personalization cannot be done unless you control the last mile delivery. So we focused on the tech simultaneously as we were building content. We are launching in April 2020 with 6 to 12 math and science, and the content delivery will continue to happen till September. So the entire content that we are talking about will be delivered by September. VR again is one of our very, very focused VR effort is going on, because for schools these days they are looking to open, invest in VR labs. And that is one thing that I've started to see in India over the last 3-4 years, that schools want to have more and more experiential learning, and also facilitate their teachers to kind of also use this as part of their delivery mechanism in the school. And for us, it is just another ammunition to convince schools to take our entire suite of products. We don't charge the schools, including the VR. We name the lab as Practically VR Lab in schools, and they use this, and this kind of drives monetization downstream. And we charge consumption based. This is again innovation in our business model, where you don't pay for the entire app at once, but you actually pay consumption based, like Chota Recharge, right? So we'll talk about what the business methodology. This is VR experience. So what Rajat is doing right now, he's actually just using different fruits, and he's throwing around fruits to kind of plant it, and there are. Go a little slow. We don't want people to have motion sickness. So he's throwing some kind of seed, and it kind of becomes a plant. So now the student knows how each of those plants look like in real life, right? Very, very experiential. Now he's entering this lab where he's trying to pick a slide and now putting it in the microscope, and he's going to view it, how this slide looks like within the microscope, right? And teacher can also do this. She can ask a student to do this, or there could be a lab where every student is doing a personalized experience. This is a muscular man to learn more about each and every muscle. So this one lab has an entire, physics, chemistry, math, botany, zoology. The entire experience, not to keep it boring, it's actually a progressive learning module where you learn let's say 7th grade science, 7th grade math. So you learn for that curriculum. As you complete those modules, new ones unlock. So once he finishes the entire lab, he may walk outside and there will be a new lab to get into. So these are the canvases we are stitching. The same models that we've used in videos are being used and reusable in all our AR and VR experiences as well. So this is a skeleton where you can actually learn about different parts of skeleton, read more about it. Now there's a TV here, he can pick up the remote, switch on the TV, and there's a video playing inside the TV. There's a periodic table here, you can actually see any of the periodic table elements. You can select any periodic table elements and look at it. So this is the entire experience that is stitched together for a learner, and we can, with the technology we have, with the content we are creating, it's very easy for us to stitch together these experiences, right? And we are creating thousands and thousands of experiences delivered through one single app for AR, and teachers can use it effectively in classrooms for absolutely no cost. They're passing the barrier of entry in India, the biggest barrier in India today, where what schools face.